I can see you far and wide across the ocean, above the clouds. In your presence I am free. I hear your whisper through the wind. Here right now, there's no place that I would rather be. So let this moment last. I've searched myself, I've tried to figure out who I am, and you were always there to lift me up.
Guys, welcome back, guys. It's Monday morning and it's been a wonderful weekend here. We celebrated our homecoming in our church and my preacher's 30th year preaching at our church, and so it was a good day. We had great preaching, great fellowship, great food, and I've been on a little bit of a mission today. First thing I had to do was take my dog to get her hair groomed, and I don't know where she's at. She's probably not liking me too well. She wasn't happy about the ride today. I don't know why, but she looks a lot better. If she runs through here, I'll show you guys her little haircut. But my mission was, well, even over the weekend, I went to try to find some more of something to store my art in. Currently in this room, this is the only storage I have. And this is my Bible study stuff, most of it, some of my electronics for filming and my camera stuff. But the bottom, I've got some paper cutters and just like a bin. It has scissors and cutters and tape and things like that, and my little measuring things. And then I've got my Bibles here. I've got some art supplies here and more Bible stuff. So I was wanting to do, like on this shelf, some maybe pull out drawers or something to store my artwork in, because currently I'm just putting it in one of these, or maybe just more of those. I don't really know what exactly I need. I was gonna have my husband build me like a built-in here that would utilize all of this for more storage. So I may like ask him that again, because he was gonna do it at Christmas and we just decided to do something else, but I kind of wish I'd let him do it. So I may end up doing that. Need to do something for this side of the room. Storage would be awesome. Maybe another desk. Maybe a desk on this side of the room as well, because I never have enough space for my art and my Bible stuff. I do a lot of Bible study up here. This is not only the upper room art, but it's the upper room for my Bible study and my time with God and my prayer life. And I do a lot of that up here. every night. I mean, of course I do it other places, but this is a dedicated spot that I can come that I really enjoy doing that. But I also went to go have this looked at as far as like a mat and a frame. My husband was going to build the frame, and maybe he still is, I don't know. But the matting, I got all confused because I went over there and she's like, do you want to cut your own mat? Would you like me to do it? And then I was like, well, let me see how much it costs. And she said, do you want to put glass over it? There's different types of glass. And then I said, well, my husband's going to do the frame. And she said, well, then you'll have to have hardware and some tools to do that. So I got very overwhelmed and come home with just the picture. So that was at Michael's. I might try Hobby Lobby. I heard someone say, try Hobby Lobby. They're really good at that. So I'm going to go talk to them maybe. I really would like to have it framed up before I give it to them. It wasn't something that they requested or anything, but I just kind of would like to do that. And I also bought this over the weekend at Hobby Lobby. It's just like a little clipboard that I can tape my art to, do some watercolor or do my sketching on and carry it around. I'm not sure if this is exactly what I wanted, but that's kind of all they had. They had wood, but it was like faux wood, and I thought, well, if I got that wet with my watercolor, it would probably mess it up. So this is what I have for now. I also saw some art desks over there at Hobby Lobby, which I did like. They kind of raised up like a drafting table, sort of, and I'm not sure if the legs raised up height-wise. I also went to Office Depot, and they have actual tables that go up and down, and I kind of like them. I could maybe make an L out of this one. So I've got all kinds of ideas bouncing in my head, but we'll see. I added some more shading into this. I also got some more pencils at Hobby Lobby. I got 4 of them. I got a black in the Prismacolor. I hear people say now that these are kind of like a medium grade pencil. I've been using Faber-Castell pencils, and there's Derwent, there's some other ones, but I've really liked them so far. And they have all kinds of individual colors that you can go over there and just pick one pencil. It's like $1.99. And this black has went on so much better than the pencils that I have been using. And then I got some skin colored ones because I've really been trying to mix colors together to make skin. And then I also got a blue. Thought that was really pretty. So this is a sky blue light, and I may end up using it in this. I don't know if I'll use it in this drawing or not. I am going to add some blue, but very subtle to this drawing. I've been adding my red into his robe. This is the Faber-Castell 192. It doesn't actually have a name, but this is what I'm using, and it's just taking a lot of layering to make it look right, because you can't just go and darken it all at once. It takes a lot of layers, a lot of direction of your pencil. And so I've also still been trying to decide what to put on the tablets. I have researched the 10 Commandments language, how they were written, and way back then there's several forms of Hebrew, and so I haven't come to a conclusion of which one I'm going to use. And my husband says that I should just use English and write on there. I'm very torn. I don't know what to do. What do you guys think? Because I would really love to know your opinion, because mine is very torn on what to put on here. I'm not quite ready for it yet anyways. I've got a lot of layering to go on this. I want it to be very bold. I want it to have much more color and depth to it. So that's what I'm working on there. And I've also done some fun little watercolors, so let me pull them out and show you. I love watercolor because you can really be spontaneous with it. It's very easy to pull out, set it up, versus like oil painting. It takes a while to set all that up and all the cleaning time. And watercolor is something I can just do a quick 30-minute drawing if I'm sitting somewhere on the front porch and I want to draw my front porch swing. And I did do that this weekend, and it took me literally a half hour getting my paint out, sketching out in pen, coloring it, and being done. So I want to show you guys my little drawing on my porch. I was sitting on my front porch and facing my swing, and I have like a little bird feeder back behind it and some trees, and I just did my decking, and I thought it'd come out really cute. And this is just a really small little book. It is 4x6, so you can just carry it with you somewhere and do a quick drawing if you're on vacation, or you can just pull up and sit in your car somewhere and just do a quick drawing. I can sketch it out with my little micron pens, come home and paint it, or even paint it there, because I've got some like kits that I can take with me. I can literally take this anywhere, And speaking of watercolor, I bought a big dish this weekend to put my colors in. Let me show you. So I went and bought me a big ceramic dish that I can keep all my colors. When I start doing them, I'll just keep them kind of mixed in here because, like I said, I mix a lot of colors to get different colors. I don't just use these without mixing them generally because they don't really make a pretty painting when you do that. Now, there may be some instances I do, but I love to mix the colors together and leave them out all mixed up. And this is what this dish is going to be for. And the reason why I use ceramic is I first started out buying plastic little palette dishes, and watercolor bubbles up on those. I did not know that, and that was my fault. So I went and bought this big ceramic pan, and I love this. It's really cool. Now, obviously, I couldn't take it with me somewhere because it would be pretty heavy. I also got these little cute magnets. These, I hang my artwork up and my Bible study stuff. And they're also good for bookmarks for your Bible. I cut them in half to use them on my magnet board. Now here's my drawing. I think that I showed you guys on the last video, but I'm not sure if I showed you after I added some more detail in. And I decided to take my pen and add some more to the ink in here as far as like the texture of the ground. And then inside the lamb, I added some direction of the fur. And then I drew some bushes in the background behind these trees and a little tree back there. And I'm still thinking that I want to add a little bit more color to this to give it a little bit more depth before I decide to take the tape off. I may find a frame for it, but that is what I've done so far. And I plan on just sitting here working on my Moses drawing for a little while because I've got a lot of layering to do. And I want it to be really nice, so I'm really taking my time. I'm thinking about having some prints made for this, just in case there are some others who might enjoy this in their home or house or church or Sunday school room. I think it would have a lot of uses, or gifts for friends or family.